Hi, boys and girls. I wanted to read another story for you today. This one is great. It has an X and a V in it. T-Rex and the Velociraptor. So, for our friends who love dinosaurs, this is going to be a great story for us. The T-Rex and the Velociraptor, written and illustrated by Abigail Pearson. This looks like it was written by a student, so that's the best part. But we might see some typos, and that's okay because they were brave spellers, and I'm really proud of her. So let's see. A long time ago, in the land of Pangaea, there lived many wonderful things. Some of these things were big and tall, others were small and short. Some of them lived in the water, some of them lived on land, and some even lived in the sky. All of these things were called dinosaurs, but they were all different. Now, in the land of Pangaea, there were tall mountains, low plains, plenty of trees, big rocks, and an endless sky. The grass was as green could be. The sky was the prettiest blue you have ever seen. The rocks were fun for climbing on. The many trees stretched to the sunrise, and the mountain peaks seemed to touch the sky. Awesome. One day, there was a dinosaur by the name of Rex. This dinosaur was big and tall with little arms that were very grumpy. Who came across a dinosaur just like him, only smaller and shorter. He was very sad, so sad, in fact, she was crying. Rex went up to the little dinosaur and sat down next to her on a big rock. He simply sighed and said, I know just how you feel. With arms like those, it must be difficult to do anything. The little dinosaur, startled from his voice, wiped her eyes, looked up at him blankly, and said, How did you know? She asked him shyly. He simply held up his arms and giggled. She laughed a little too. How do you think they know? How did T-Rex know how Velociraptor was feeling? Yeah, maybe because T-Rex has those small arms too, just like Velociraptor. Rex stood up and said, Now it's about time those tears dried. My name's Rex. What's yours? The little dinosaur looked up with a big grin and said, Hello, Rex. My name's Vicky. It's been very nice to meet you, but I must go now. Will I see you again tomorrow? Rex smiled big and said, You can count on it. From then on, they met every day at the big rock where they first met, and every day they laughed, talked, danced, and played games like they had been friends for years. Until one day, Rex didn't show up. Vicky walked all over looking for him. She called his name until her throat got sore and disappointed. She walked home. Vicky went to the rock the next day, hopeful that Rex would be back. Sadly, he wasn't. So she picked up her toys, put them away, and started asking other dinosaurs if they had seen him. By the time she came across a very big dinosaur with a very, very long neck, she was even sadder than she was the day before and very tired. The big dinosaur lowered her head and asked, Why are you so sad? It is a very beautiful day. The grass is tall and the sun is high. There are all reasons to smile. Vicky lifted up her head and said, My best friend Rex has gone missing. The big dinosaur said, Young child, are you sure he is missing? Maybe he got sick and is home in bed. Good idea, said Vicky. I'll check there. And off she went. When she got to Rex's house, all she could hear was coughing and sneezing. She banged as hard as she could on the door and waited for his response. Slowly but surely, the coughing and sneezing stopped, and he said, Come on in, just watch your step. Vicky slowly opened the door and crept in, watching out for tissues on the floor. She made her way over to him beside it. She made his way over beside him in his bed. Vicky realized that Rex was very sick and stayed with him all day, every day, for a whole week. She brought him soup and orange juice. She took him to the doctor, and she made sure he got plenty of rest. Vicky stayed with Rex until he got better and could play outside again. Rex was very grateful for Vicky's help and knew that he had to repay her kindness. Maybe whoever lives home with you takes care of you like that when you're sick. Maybe mom or dad or grandma or an aunt and uncle, a cousin, right? There's always someone who takes care of you nice like that when you're sick. It's good to feel like someone cares like that. Rex is very lucky to have Vicky. Rex and Vicky spent every day together. Rex even started taking Vicky out to amusement parks and carnivals. But no matter how much time they spent together or how many times he took her out, he still felt he needed to repay her. One rainy day, while Rex and Vicky were playing on the big rock where they met, Vicky slipped off the rock and hit her head really hard, so hard that she fell asleep. Rex didn't know what to do. He picked her up gently, carried her back to his house, and quickly called the doctor. The doctor rushed on over and did everything he could to help her. He told Rex what to do, and he left again. Rex stayed with Vicky for a long time. He rarely left her side. Rex took care of Vicky, just like she took care of him, and in time, she got much better and woke up. What another good friend. So now Vicky is very lucky to have Rex. Rex was very thankful that Vicky was okay, and Vicky was very thankful that Rex took good care of her. After that day, they knew they would be best friends forever, and over time, they even fell in love. They got married, they stayed best friends, and lived happily ever after. The moral or the lesson for this story is treat people with kindness, and eventually they will repay it if they can. The end. Okay, I hope you guys like that. Thank you.